Well, we're back. Night number 2 of PA Speedweek. We are at BAPS, which used to be called Susquehanna Speedway. We got our Rutter's chocolate milk, so we are pumped up and ready to go for tonight's action. Night number 2, and why dilly-dally? Let's just get on inside. There we go. We have just concluded the second night of PA Speedweek. Thankfully, we didn't have any water get in the way, and we had a really great race here at BAPS, as we pretty much always do. I love coming to this racetrack. I think it's an underrated facility in Pennsylvania, and if they had more 410 races here, that would be A-okay by me. So we'll dig right into it. Tyler Bear had some engine issues in time trials. That was really the only thing that was worth noting aside of the final order in time trials. So in hot laps, it was Marks, Peck, Macri, Freddie Raymer, and Moody, and then in time trials, it was Tanner Thorson, Anthony Macri, Justin Peck, Brent Marks, Lance DeWeese for the top 5, then Trey Hivner with an awesome run, Danny Dietrich, Lucas Wolf, Kyle Reinhardt, and TJ Stutz made up the top 10 in time trials. So that set the stage for the heat races. First heat race saw Lance DeWeese and Kyle Reinhardt line up aside of each other, and we saw Tanner Thorson's speed come out again. That 58 car was fast. DeWeese and Thorson had a little battle for the lead, and Devin Borden and Troy Wagaman had a little battle for third place on the racetrack fourth place on the racetrack. At the end of heat race number 1, it was Lance DeWeese over Tanner Thorson, Kyle Reinhardt, Devin Borden, and Troy Wagaman was the 5th and final transfer from that one. Heat race number 2 saw Trey Hivner and TJ Stutz on the front row, which was really cool to see because Trey Hivner doesn't race a ton of races outside of Lincoln, so that was neat. Now TJ got the early lead, and we saw some problems from the 77K of Tyler Berry. He's continuing to have engine issues. There was a nice transfer battle between Cameron Smith, Skylar G, and Austin Bishop, and that one went pretty much to the end of it. With 2 laps to go, Anthony Macri was able to pass TJ Stutz. He won that heat race over TJ. Then it was Trey Hivner, Skylar G, and Cam Smith making up those guys. Heat race number 3 saw the front row of Danny Dietrich and Dylan Norris, and Danny controlled it pretty easily. The whole group was pretty spaced out. It wasn't really that eventful of a heat race. So at the end of it, it was Danny Dietrich, Dylan Norris, Justin Peck, Freddie Raymer, and Tyler Ross taking those transfers. Heat race number 4, Lucas Wolf and Kyle Moody shared the front row, so we knew it was going to be exciting. On lap number 2, Jeff Miller had a spin all on his own in turn 3. That caused the only yellow of heat racing action. Then we saw the restart used to the advantage by the number 19 of Brent Marks. He was able to get a 2-for-1. Seemed like he maybe was going to contend for that heat race. It didn't quite work. Lucas Wolf won over Brent, and then Kyle Moody, Ryan Smith, and Billy Dietrich got those transfers. So in the B main, Austin Bishop was able to run away pretty much with the lead of that one. Mark Smith, Jeff Halligan, and Chad Trout had a nice little battle from 3rd to 5th, that at the beginning of it at least, and then that kind of faded away by the end of it. The transfers from the B main, which from there pretty much was nothing really going on. Austin Bishop, Logan Rumsey, Jeff Halligan, Mark Smith. So then it comes to the A main. Lucas Wolf, for the second night in the row, starts on pole. Anthony Macri to his outside. Wolf only led the first, 5 laps. Anthony Macri passed him, and that was pretty much it. The racing was hard as hell, to quote our friend Bobby, and Macri pulled away from the rest of them, who had a really good battle going. It was Lucas Wolf, Danny Dietrich, Devin Borden, Justin Peck, Tanner Thorson. They were all racing really well with each other, having a good time. Brent Marks was in there, and it was exciting, and that led up to Devin Borden and Brent Marks having a crash, and both of them flipping on lap 15. At that same time, for some reason, Lucas Wolf got pushed back to the garage, so he was done for the day as well. And then we had another restart. Anthony Macri pulled away. We were wondering if Danny Dietrich maybe would put something together to catch up to him. That did not happen. With 5 laps to go, though, Tanner Thorson and Justin Peck started getting strong. They had a little battle between each other, going back and forth, and both trying to catch Anthony Macri. That did not happen. So at the end of it, Anthony Macri was able to get the second checkered flag of Speedweek over Justin Peck, Tanner Thorson. Danny Dietrich got 4th, and Lance DeWeese was able to rally for 5th place. The rest of the top 10 was Kyle Reinhardt, Freddie Raymer, Dylan Norris, Troy Wagaman, and Kyle Moody. Nice finishing order for them. The super sportsmen are running behind us now, so spare the engine noise. Talking about the points at the end of this, Anthony Macri with a very easy lead with 351 points over Justin Peck, who has 290. Third on the order is Danny Dietrich with 274. Then it's Tanner Thorson with 271 in 4th place, and he just said tonight he's going to run the rest of Speedweek, so he's definitely one to watch for a good finish. Fifth place is Freddie Raymer with 231 points. He's very sneakily staying in the picture. And then behind him, Kyle Reinhardt in sixth with 208. Dylan Norris with 198. Brent Marks with 196 in eighth place. Lucas Wolf has 171 in ninth. And Jeff Halligan stays inside the top 10 with 149 points. So that's the end of BAPS. Like I said, I think this racetrack's really nice and underrated, and I enjoyed my night here very much. We're looking forward to hopefully getting the Lincoln next time out, which would be tomorrow. I don't know. The weather doesn't look stellar, but fingers crossed. We were here tonight. We'll be there tomorrow if it doesn't rain, and we're gonna have fun with it. Speedweek's only 2 nights in. We got 7 more opportunities. So hopefully we'll see you next time at Lincoln.